the number one concern is, where is mom safe, right? That is the number one concern. Where is mom going to get the best care? And right behind that is, how are we going to pay for it, which is the house and the stuff, right? Overcoming those objections. She said that most families have limited resources. She says they are not educated. They are in crisis. This goes along with our someday list, right? She said, get to your someday list because your golden years won't be so golden. That's a little ominous, right? Take this seriously. They're not going to be so golden. She talked about falling as the catalyst as to why somebody moves in. I find that most of the time. Something happened again. And it's not the first time mom fell down. Usually it's again. She fell down again. And this time she has to have a hip surgery. And this time she can't move back home. Getting the news that you can't go home. She talked about short-term versus long-term. She did say sometimes they get better. Sometimes. It's not very often, guys. Sometimes they get better, they can go home, but that's not very common. She said you have to make a really good decision in a very short amount of time. I really like that line, because the stakeholders I'm going to have you work with, they're trusted. You're going to them for knowledge, for this crisis mode. You're going to the people in senior living. When they say, call Brian, call Jim, call Nelson, you see how they're transferring their trust onto you and how powerful that can be? She said, one day you're driving and the next week you had a stroke, right? No, you can think about all this stuff, but it's, nobody knows the day or the time, right? But that's just how it works. And so these families are overwhelmed. She said that their company does the assessments. Remember how we talked about letting them stay in their lane? They're the people that do the ADLs. You guys you need to know what ADLs are, but you don't need to be the one that says, based on mom getting out of the chair, I think. You see what I'm saying? That's their expertise. Let all these people stay the expert in their field and let you be the real estate expert in the part we want, right? You're real estate investors. That's why we're here. She said they look at their finances. Do you think that person there is like, okay, so you're broke, the house is your only asset, it's hoarded out, and you have no money for rehab, and your son lives far away. You think they should call Ryan and say, hey, Ryan, got one for you, right? I mean, it's obvious, right? They're on the front line. They look at their finances. They can't do 24-hour care. Why is that? In St. Louis, the low end's $25. Have you taken $25 times 24 hours times 30 days a month? I believe it's $18,600. So all of a sudden, a $6,000 a month place doesn't look so bad compared to $18,600, right? They have 150 franchises. They have 4 to 6 care advisors in one city. That kind of talks to you about how big this market is. I don't even think we need 4 to 6 investors in every city, but you can see how they do think that in their business, right?